Here's a very simple way to make a few extra $100 in the coming months, and it involves very little effort and very little time. Well, by time, I mean it doesn't take very much of your own time. At most, we're talking about a few minutes. And until now, it's been something that I've been largely overlooking, even though there are plenty of opportunities to take advantage of this strategy, and that is bank account churning. But before I get into that and how it works, just want to introduce myself for anyone who's new to the channel. My name's Jack Duffley, and I'm a 24-year-old real estate investor and attorney. And on this channel, I cover a variety of topics as they have to do with investing and personal finance. So if you like that sort of content, be sure to have a look around the channel. And if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe. But back to bank account churning, what is that? Well, simply put, it's where you open up new bank accounts and take advantage of sign-up bonuses or other bonus opportunities that the bank will offer. It is the close cousin to credit card churning, where you do the same thing, opening up new credit cards, taking advantage of extra bonus miles or bonus points. Only in this case, you don't have to do any hard pulls on your credit, which would hurt it in the short term. So if you're like me and you're looking for real estate all the time, and that's going to involve hard inquiries on your credit, you want to limit those as much as possible if you're looking to make a purchase like that. So in this case, I could still take advantage of bonuses without having to sacrifice my credit in any way. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me get back to how bank account churning works. It is very simple. There are lots of different offers out there that banks will offer for you to open up accounts with them, whether that be a checking account or a savings account. And usually there will be some sort of pretty basic condition that you have to meet. Sometimes it's as simple as leaving a lump sum of money in the account. Sometimes these amounts can get pretty large, and in that case, it's probably not worth it. But in some cases, it can be a very small amount relative to the actual bonus. So that would probably be worth looking into more. But that's one way. Another is setting up something like direct deposit, where if you make deposits for some number of weeks or months, then you'll trigger the bonus after some waiting period after that. Banks can get pretty flexible in how they actually structure this, and it's definitely worth reading the fine print if you're looking to do something like this, since sometimes there's a condition that you might not realize was there, and then because you moved money out of the account too quickly, you suddenly don't get the bonus, whereas if you just waited a few more days, you would actually get it. So definitely read it carefully, but generally it's pretty straightforward. As an example, I actually got this guy in the mail pretty recently. Actually, I've been getting them for a couple months, and that's for Wintrust Bank, which has a pretty large presence in Chicago, which is my home city. So I got this offer in the mail, offering two different bonuses, one for a checking account, another for a savings account. I'm doing the checking account one, where I could get up to $300. I would get $300 for simply setting up a monthly recurring direct deposit of $500 or more for 2 months. So basically, I have to deposit $500 into the account for 2 months. So $1,000 total, but I can move the money right out of the account after that. There's no real minimum that's set. So that's it. I put in $1,000 with 2 months of time, and I can use that money immediately. It's not as though I have to leave it there. But then after the 2 months time, I get $300. So even if I did leave all the money in the account, that's a 30% return without doing basically anything. And on the flip side, in this specific case, they're offering $200 if you deposit 15 grand into a savings account and then hold it there for a few months. That's not really worth it in my view, since you're locking up 15 grand to make 200. That's not a very massive return in any way, and I could be using that money towards a real estate deal. That's a whole down payment on a property in many cases. So I don't really want to do that. But the checking account option seems pretty awesome. $300 for setting up direct deposit, essentially, and that's it. And I can use my money towards other things pretty quickly. And that's just an offer I got in the mail. There are many out there, really countless, because there are many banks throughout the country, and in your specific region, there might be different offers. It's definitely worth doing some quick research online. I'm sure you could find a number of offers very similar to this one, where all you have to do is set up direct deposit through your job, or just simply park money there, maybe a couple grand, and then you'll make some amount of bonus money for basically doing nothing. It is a very straightforward way to make a few extra $100. And as the strategy of bank account churning suggests, you can close out the accounts after you're done getting the bonus and you've met all the requirements. Sometimes you do have to leave the account open for a few months after the fact, even if you're not doing anything with it. So watch out for that. But I would then close out this account most likely, unless for some reason I want to keep it, but I probably won't. You got to watch out for fees, of course, and minimum balances that could trigger fees. So be careful there too. There are lots of things you got to do just to be careful, but in general, this is very easy to do. So I would probably close out this account and then go on to the next bonus and keep doing this over and over until I run out of bonuses, or Or even better, the same banks that I got bonuses with before would start offering them again for me to come back to the bank. But I don't know, that's kind of a pipe dream. I don't know if that will actually happen, but if it does, then great. And if it doesn't, then I'll still be able to take advantage of all these bonuses in the meantime and use that money for other things. And let's say you do this 3 or 4 times in a year, you could be making well over $1,000 per year just by doing a couple of these bonus transactions every single year. So it's very easy to do, and it can be a pretty substantial way to make some extra money on the side. And if you get super aggressive with it, and there happens to be a lot of offers out there at the moment, you could make quite a bit of money very quickly. But again, you really just got to read these terms carefully. See if they make sense. See if they make sense for what you're trying to do. See if the conditions that you have to meet are actually worth the present that they get you at the end. But if it is worth it, and there's no fees that are going to be eating away at this bonus offer that you might not have accounted for at the beginning, then great. Then you go ahead and do that. But the best part is, like I said, there's no credit check that you have to go through. You're just opening up accounts. And if you don't want the account after that, you should be able to close it pretty easily without losing the bonus. Again, check the terms. But overall, it's a very simple way to make a few $100 with very little effort. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. So if you like this video, please like it, since that would help the channel out a lot. And if you like this sort of content about investing and personal finance, then definitely subscribe, since I put out new videos every single week and wouldn't want you guys to miss out. And definitely check out the affiliate links in the description below, since you can get some free money down there as well, and that would also help out the channel. But until next time, take care.